Hey, Bridge Church. I'm so thankful that you tuned in to be a part of our Bridge course and you're ready to grow with us. There are 3 different words that I want you to write down because I know you're in this class and this course to take good notes. That's part of our culture, and I'm going to be talking about that. But I want to talk to you about 3 C's. Number 1, our core values. Then I want to talk to you about our culture. That's the other C. And then I want to talk to you about our crew. So the 3 C's are our core, our culture, and our crew. And today I'm going to talk to you about our core. So if you'll go in your books, I want you to open up your beautiful little bridge book that we mailed to you for our first online course ever. And I want you to be a part of this core value system that we have here at Bridge Church, because these are the pillars, if you will, of how we establish who we are. And so these, as well as these are what we stand on, as well as the articles of faith that you can find in the back of the book. And you can look at each and every one of those, go through the scriptures. I won't be teaching on all of those in this course. I mention a lot of them almost every sermon that I preach because it's the foundation of who we are. Now, these are the pillars on which we build. So, that being said, when you look at page 20 and page 21, you're going to find our 6 core values. And so you could even be asking yourself, well, why not 7? 6 isn't that great of a number. Find 7. It's because these are the core values that God has given us. It'd be nice to just make up another one, but we don't make this up just to say this is what I feel, or to make it sound better. We have specific core values that speak to who we are and what we want to build upon. And when you see these, the first one in the first blank, I want you to write this down. It's appreciate diversity. And so we appreciate diversity. Now, that doesn't mean that we adhere to all the cultures of diversity. It means we appreciate diversity. It means we appreciate the tapestry of diversity that God created, whether it's your skin color or it's your language or it's where you come from, you're growing up, right? And the home that you were brought up in, and the society or the community, and all of that. We appreciate the diversity that everybody brings to the table. We appreciate diversity in gender. There are 2 genders, and that is male and female. That's what the Bible teaches us, and that's what we know as a society. And we speak to that, and we appreciate that. And so we appreciate men and women. We don't just lift men up and say, women, follow along. We appreciate women and men because that's what the Bible teaches. We don't demean women because we demean the nature of God. God, in spirit and in truth, is both masculine and feminine. He is able to speak to both because He created both. And so we don't demean one or the other because then we demean who God is. And so we appreciate both genders. We appreciate the tapestry of color that is in this world, and we appreciate all the different backgrounds and places that people come from. And so we're not racially prejudiced, or we're racially appreciative. I appreciate each race, each color, each background that we all come from. And so we appreciate those diversities. And then we also appreciate an economic diversity. We don't want to be an all-rich church or an all-poor church, and we don't want to show favoritism to one or the other. We're not just going to show favoritism to the poor because they have a more obvious need, and we're only going to witness to the poor because it's easier to witness to the poor. We're going to witness to the rich. We're going to witness to those who have money and wealth, and we're going to be on both sides, and we're going to speak to that diversity, and we're going to minister to that diversity, and we're going to appreciate that diversity. And so you can look up these wonderful scriptures, my favorites, in Galatians chapter 3 and verse 28, and so you can learn why we appreciate diversity. Then second, practice generosity. All right, write that down. Practice generosity. And I'm going to talk more about the financial side here in our culture, but I want you to see how we, in each of these scriptures, practice generosity with our love, with our time, with our talent, with our joy, with our smiles, right? You should smile a little more, even if you're trapped in your home, even if it's under quarantine, smile a little more and practice your generosity, because as we call ourselves believers, so should we be generous. If I'm a believer, I am generous. That's the bottom line. I am generous because I'm a believer. Now, there are a lot of people who are generous who are not believers, but as believers, we should be great, generous people. We should be setting the standard of generosity in our communities and in our nation and around the world. And then third is lead with authenticity. We have to lead authentically. We lead authentically as pastors and leaders and staff members of this church. What you see on the pulpit, that's who I am. What you see on this camera is who I am when I walk away from this camera. It's who I am at home. I'm loud all the time. I like to be positive all the time. I like to find the silver lining. I like to be strong. I like that my personality comes out on the stage. That's who I am no matter where I'm at, because I want to be the authentic version of who God created me to be, and we encourage that in everybody. Be who you are. Be yourself. Be authentic. Lead authentically. Lead transparently. I want to be transparent in my leadership. We have a great government in our church that we adhere to with our board and our staff and our support apostle covering. Well, all of that speaks to us being authentic with how we handle things at this church and in our ministry. And we ask that of every person who says, I want to be a part of Bridge Church, to lead and be authentic. Then number 4, embrace the Spirit-filled life. We are a Spirit-filled church. We believe in the gifts of the Spirit, the fruits of the Spirit. We believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. We believe that the Comforter has come to empower us for a great calling, to witness, to see miracles, signs, and wonders. And when it comes to the gifts of the Spirit, when you deny a gift, you deny the gift, because they're simply a product of the gift, and the gift is Him. He is the gift. It's the Spirit-filled life that we embrace and we are baptized in, and then we can walk in our supernatural version of ourselves because we have the supernatural God with us that can do all things through us, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and it's His Spirit who empowers me to do so. So we embrace the Spirit-filled life, which is a passionate life, which is a life full of energy and excitement and hope, and it speaks into each and every situation, and we follow the leading of the Holy Spirit, His voice in our heart and in our mind, in our life. And so embrace the Spirit-filled life. Don't push away from it, embrace it. Then the next one, love and respect in all relationships. Love and respect in all relationships. That doesn't mean just love and respect Pastor Landon and put a smile on and then treat that nursery worker terrible. It doesn't mean, treat the pastor's good and then talk bad to the staff. It doesn't mean that we want everybody to love everybody no matter what their title is, no matter how much money they do or don't have, no matter whether they're telling us good news or bad news, whether it's a correcting statement. I don't need to gauge my love and my respect for others based on how they treat me. I need to manage me, and I need to make sure that I love and respect everybody, no matter what background, no matter where they're coming from, no matter what they smell like, look like, talk like, and feel like. I need to show love and respect at all times, because the Bible, from cover to cover, God never gives permission for dishonor. We are called to honor one another through great love and great respect. Honor those in authority. Respect those in authority. Respect those. Paul said, I wish that you'd honor everybody. So take time to honor everybody. Love everybody. Respect everybody. Start there and then work your... Now that doesn't mean trust everybody, but it does mean love and respect everybody. I need to respect everybody because they're first and foremost a child of God. So I'm going to start there. And so in our core values, we start there. Whether I know your name or I don't know your name, whether I've seen you or I haven't seen you, whether I've shaken your hand or whether we've had coffee or we've gotten to know each other or we don't know each other at all, I start with love and respect because you are a child of God. And I encourage you to treat everybody like that. Then last, be the witness. Be the witness. You are called to be the witness of God in the earth. Testify to His goodness. Share about His greatness. Talk to people about how much He's touched your life. Share with people about your church and the people you get to go to church with, and that you actually like going to church, and you love worshiping God, and you love spending time with God, and you love being in the Word and in prayer. And then share that with other people, because people need to know how great God has touched your life. And they're going to receive it because you're starting off with respect and love. And so now that they can see that sincerity in your life and that love coming from you and the respect coming from you, then they can then receive what you have to share. And so I encourage you, be the witness. That's why we embrace the Spirit-filled life, is because He said, I'm going to give you the Holy Spirit so that you can be a witness for me in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. So make time to be the witness, and make these pillars not just a part of the church, but a part of your life, so that we can do ministry together. We can grow the kingdom and impact the world together. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you at our next chapter in this wonderful course that we call Bridge Course. God bless.